Welcome back to the Hoodneys Fantasy Football Podcast. This is episode 107. I got my dog with me here, MFB.
You already know.
BBTB is on a PIP, so we are taking applications for a third Hoodney. He's on thin ice, so
Falling asleep on the job, taking vacations, taking sick leave,
calling out,
laziness.
"Oh, I'm not feeling well," and then I see him on another Discord. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're taking applications. We'll put the link in the description. Anyways, this is the midweek report. We're gonna go ahead and bring up all the topics for this week. It's Thanksgiving week. There's Thanksgiving Day games. There's Friday games. Or is there one game on Friday? I don't know, but there's
Friday's one game, correct?
3 games on Thursday on Thanksgiving. So fun week for football and no buys. So that's always fun. But let's go ahead and jump into it. First order of business: Giants fired their defensive coordinator, Shane Bowen. There was a screenshot showing like 3 or 4 different games, or 4 or 5 different games where they were leading with a good amount of time left, or not even a good amount of time, like a little bit of time left in the fourth, or whatever time in whatever quarter, and they're leading and they end up losing the game. So they said, "All right, bro, you're the problem."
I saw that. Yeah, that can't really happen in the NFL, especially in today's NFL where defenses typically don't really even give up big plays, right? Like there's ways to really set your defense to just be very conservative, pretty much only allow short yardage type of situations, especially when you're up a score or so.
Yeah, force them to run the clock and take time to get down the field.
So another firing on the New York Giants side. Who they gonna fire next? Everybody on thin ice.
Everybody's scared, bro.
It's not fun to work there right now.
Yeah.
I mean, like they're sitting at 2-10, bro. Like, I mean, they playing for vibes. Right?
Do you think? Yeah, it's like they're obviously at this point, like the season's over, right? And it's kind of been over, and it's like kind of clear that they're just tanking, and they have a pick this year, and so like how bad they do, they could get like an earlier pick, right? No one has their pick, or they didn't pick swap or anything. So
I would have to double check, but yeah.
But if that's the case, like then they're trying to lose intentionally. Like I don't really know if the defensive coordinators, I don't know if this is just a product of him just being bad, then yeah, it makes sense. Versus if they're trying to tank, so they get up and they're winning in the game, like, all right, guys, come on, you can let some plays go. We want to tank. Let's just lose the game. You know what I mean? That's kind of in my mind what they were trying to do. But I guess they were like, nah, we want to win. So
yeah. And their defense, like they have a good pass rush, right? Mm-hmm. They got Abdul Carter. He's been doing really good. As far as this upcoming week, right? I'm kind of got to segue into some other news, right? Because they play the Patriots on Monday night. Mm-hmm. Now, there's 2 things I'll say about this game. The Giants have been ran on even before last week, and then we continue to see Gibbs drop a 50 fantasy point bomb on the Giants. So be ready for Travion Henderson to kind of ball out because the Giants have just been getting ran on. But I will say another thing, back on topic of Giants defense, right, is the O-line of Patriots, Will Campbell, got put on IR. He got hurt. I think it's an MCL sprain. And I believe he got placed on IR, which he was kind of like a diet Joe Alt to me. He was a menace on the line. I'm being for real.
Yeah.
He was sick on the line. So I think, I mean, I was a Drake May believer, and I'm kind of a little bit nervous because of this injury right here.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to wait and see what ends up happening. Giants are playing New England on Monday night?
Yep.
Okay. All right. We'll have to see if the firing of the defensive coordinator is going to change anything in terms of how they stop, or if they're able to stop Drake May and Travion and crew. Let's move on to the next topic. Raiders fired their offensive coordinator, Chip Kelly. That offense has been just stale. They have not been able to get the ball moving. at all, even with the talent there. I mean, they brought in, Geno Smith, he's not a top level quarterback by any means, but he was doing his thing over in Seattle, you know?
Yeah.
Brock Bowers, great talent. Genty, great rookie. The line sucks. The O line is bad, but still, I mean, they're not really able to get anything going. So, um, yeah, I mean, this makes sense for the Raiders to get rid of Chip Kelly.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Chip Kelly was, I don't know what kind of play calling was over there. And I mean, maybe it could have been like a scapegoat situation, like they don't want to really fire Pete Carroll like that.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe Pete Carroll gets another season, but we'll see, right?
yeah,
Raiders just really need to do better. Their quarterback play is atrocious. Their O line is atrocious. The rushing game purely is atrocious. So,
yep,
and I mean, they're in a terrible spot. Same kind of deal. 2-9.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, it's
They're not looking good at all.
yeah, it's bad.
Yeah. Yeah, not much there. I mean, it's just news to bring up. Just, I guess, pay attention to the Raiders, see if they pick things up the next few weeks, and it something to look out for if you have Genty, if you have Brock Bowers. That's pretty much it in terms of offense that you're interested in. So, um, just something to look out for next couple weeks. Next piece of news: Joe Burrow is slated to play on Thursday night, or there's the afternoon game, whatever. They're playing Thursday on Thanksgiving.
Thursday
So
night. Yep.
Thursday night. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, they play the Ravens on Thursday night.
Ravens, yes,
So
sir.
so that'll be nice to have Joe Burrow back. Back week 30. Is this when he was scheduled to be back, or is he back early? I can't remember.
Um, I think maybe slightly early because I remember in my mind it was like December
Mm-hmm.
time, aka like
Okay.
fantasy playoffs is what I remember.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, I will say, in general, including this game, the three Thanksgiving games are all the highest scoring games of the week per Vegas odds.
Love to see it.
So yeah, so 51.5 implied total for Ravens Bengals. Yeah, it's second highest scoring of the week. Should be fireworks. I mean, if you held on Joe Burrow into your IR slot, and
Fire him
still
up.
had QB issues, yeah, probably fire him up and see what's good with this divisional game.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be nice to have him back. Which brings us to the
It's
next.
not impossible that they can come back into the division either, right?
Yeah, no, that you're not wrong.
It's tough, very tough.
For sure.
They're 3 games
Definitely.
behind, right? So if they beat the Ravens, they could be 2 games behind only.
Yeah. No, they're definitely playing for a win. Joe Burrow's gonna be slanging it. I think it's if you have Joe Burrow, fire him up, in my opinion. But I was gonna say they're missing one of their weapons. Our next piece of news: T. Higgins was ruled out. He got ruled out on Monday. So I think it was early Monday or midday
Yeah.
Monday. They ruled him out already. He had a bad
Yeah.
concussion
I
on
mean, there's no way
Sunday.
you're going to clear. Players haven't even really cleared concussion in 1 week, let
Yeah,
alone half a week for this Thanksgiving game.
yeah, yeah. Do
Which
you?
it's obviously not the best. But what were you going to ask me?
I was gonna say, do you think that it was that bad? Because took him out on a stretcher, no? When he was on that game last week, they said they took
I
him
didn't
out.
see that.
They were saying that they had to like cart him off the field, type of thing. Maybe not a stretcher, but they had to cart him off the field, like it was that bad. So I'm wondering, like, how bad is it? Is he out just this week, or do you think it extends into next week? You know what I mean?
The
How bad?
designation is just concussion. So, and I mean,
Yeah,
after this week, since they play Thanksgiving, they'll have a longer, you know, a much longer
break.
time to clear protocol.
Yeah,
So
true.
hopefully he'll be okay.
Yeah,
Good flyers I would suggest is Yoshivas for sure. I think he could finish as a wide receiver too. Um, I think Gasecki could even finish decent, right? If you need a tight end play.
yeah. I mean,
So
Joe Burrow coming back, and they're not out of playoff contention in a divisional game where they're playing the number one in the division. Like it, this is your chance to really like turn things around for your team. With Joe Burrow coming back, so yeah, it's um, definitely like good for that offense. with Joe Burrow. But yeah, anyways, that's enough on T. Higgins and the Bengals for that matter. Next piece of news: Shadur Sanders has been named the starter for Week 13. Just as a note, Dylan Gabriel cleared concussion protocol, but they still named Shadur Sanders the starter. How do you feel about that?
I think that's the right play. I mean, you're gonna ride momentum, right?
Yeah.
Ride momentum until like it comes full stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a good example I liked, not really winning NFL games, but a good example fantasy wise is Jackson Dart. You know, just people kept riding the Jackson Dart wave, and he was going dumb in fantasy.
Yeah.
For this game, I would be very wary if you're starting any players for the Browns versus Niners. A couple things. The point total is very low at 35 and a half.
Mm.
So, and I think it's going to be a storming, raining type of game. And if I'm not mistaken, I did
It's in
read something.
Cleveland. Yeah.
Yeah, and I did read something. Oh man, I just read something about Brock Purdy, like just doing like really trash and like snowy or rainy weather.
Oh, like a
So,
stat, like
yeah,
how? Yeah.
struggles with accuracy and ball security in rain and snow. So, and he
Okay.
just threw 3 picks on like a fire weather type of game,
And he's got Myles Garrett coming from the
And he's got
all-time
Myles Garrett
all-time sack record.
So
Yeah, it's
this
not looking
game
good.
probably gonna be ugly.
Yeah.
Just FYI.
Yeah. I mean, that's good to know. Would you be interested in Quinshon Judkins this week?
I like Quinshon Judkins a lot, and I think either me or you said it. It was one of our buy targets possibly weeks back.
Yeah.
I liked him as a talent. I like him. His schedule is
Yep.
good. Especially if they get in the red zone, it's going to Quinshon Judkins.
100%.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see what Shadur can do this week, or at least week 13, and hopefully he can keep
Another note
going.
is, interestingly enough, they're in the same record as the Bengals, so not impossible to have some type of race in the division, right?
Crazy. I mean, honestly,
So,
that makes it more interesting, and that's good. It's good for fantasy
yeah,
because then you got players playing week in, week out, even into the fantasy finals, week 17. Like you're not having players like, all right, season's over, like let's just shut everyone down,
yeah.
So yeah, it's good for fantasy for sure. That's it on Shadur Sanders. Random piece of news. Bills signed Brandon Cooks, who was released from the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
He was on the Saints, right? Brandon Cooks.
He was either on the Saints or the Cowboys last.
Saints.
I
He's on the
really
Saints
cannot
last.
tell you.
Yeah. He was on the Cowboys last year. But yeah, Bills signed Brandon Cooks. Random piece of news. I mean, I
32-year-old wide receiver.
Yeah, just something to keep an eye out on. I don't think this is going to make Josh Allen get any better. I don't think Brandon Cooks is going to get any better.
If you guys listened to us last year, you'll remember when Kimo kept talking about Deontay Johnson every week. This year, that's Brandon Cooks for him. Right? So he just wants to bring up a random guy, and he wants to be right about him for once, right? And then he's gonna hold that. He's gonna hold that for years. He's gonna be like, "Man, remember when I called out Brandon Cooks, Deontay?" Like he's gonna keep having this year by year, and maybe one year it'll land.
I just brought it up as news. We both looked over this list and we left it on there. So, anyways, I just brought it up, just something to keep an eye out on. If you see him out there doing stuff,
yeah. I mean, Josh Allen could use any type of receiving help anywhere. So
maybe he can use Keon Coleman, who they benched 2 weeks in a row because he missed a meeting.
Yeah, maybe
slept through a meeting or something. Anyways, that's it on the Bills and Brandon Cooks. Marion Hampton, practice windows open. Apparently he could play this week, but there was something about him not playing this week.
Yeah, I was reading reports that they're waiting for doctors to clear him, and something about the coach saying, yeah, it might be like a 1-2 type of punch whenever he is back. So, we'll see. I mean, I would temper expectations. whenever he's active. Yeah. Oh, this is from the OC, Greg Roman. They're gonna use him in a 1-2 punch whenever he is active.
Okay. All right. I mean, let's say he plays. Let's say he comes back this week. Would you start him if he's on your team? Like, is he too good of a talent to sit?
I mean, so this question always like it depends who we're starting over him or not. You know,
True.
um, it's a good matchup against the Raiders.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
but you got to ask yourself, okay, let's say he gets 12 carries. Are you happy with that? Are you confident with him getting 12 carries and that maybe being enough points? You kind of got to ask yourself that.
Yeah. It's I
Also,
don't
it's
know.
like your rookie guy. So you're not gonna like there's no shot you give him more than 15 coming back from injury, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So
I would be nervous to start him this week. I would be looking
yeah.
elsewhere unless you have no other options. Like your other players are injured or something. But yeah, we'll see what happens with him if he plays. So far, I think it's looking on the less likely side of him coming back this week versus more likely. He probably will be back week 14. If you traded for him, cool. If you held on to him this long, you're probably just waiting for him to do something. It's too late to trade him. So if you have him, good luck. Last piece of news: JJ McCarthy in concussion protocol. If he's unable to start, undrafted free agent Max Brosmer would start. That's tough for Justin Jefferson. Tough for Addison. TJ Hawkinson hasn't been doing anything all year. Tough for Aaron Jones. Like, everyone gets a downgrade. Actually, I was going to ask this: do they get a
Yeah.
downgrade? Is it a downgrade?
And like no, like I think dead ass no. No, there's not. It's not a downgrade. Not a downgrade by any means. And let me
Yeah.
tell you why, bro. Like by every metric you can think of for quarterback, JJ McCarthy is there.
Mm-hmm.
Lowest EPA per dropback, lowest completion over expected, lowest this, lowest QB rating. Bro, like he's like
It's
I was
bad.
reading something, he's like 34th of 34.
Oh, yeah. I
There's
saw
only
that. That's
32
that.
starting teams, bro. Like what are we
Who?
doing? So like
Yeah, who else is he lower than? Like,
um yeah, Max I like to say Max Brosmer. And
Rose.
hey, bro, I've been I've been trolling the Justin Jefferson owners in our league. I'm like, hey, it's Max Brosmer time sometime soon. I've been saying it for like 3 weeks now. And now it's happening
Yeah.
for real. Um, Vikings need this, and they need this right now, right?
They need a
The
reason to
Bears are
bench JJ
first, 8 and
McCarthy.
3. Vikings are down 4 and 7.
Yeah.
Still, NFC North, crazy division, crazy close division.
Yeah.
It's still winnable, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they need to start balling out. I mean, Max Brosmer, I don't even know anything about the guy.
Yeah. What if he just goes out
So
there and just straight balls out? Do you think they just do another soft bench for JJ McCarthy?
100%. I think this is a soft bench
Oh, really?
already. I think off rip, this is a soft bench already.
They just want to see what Max Brosmer can do, and if he can get
Max
it done, then
Brosmer,
they're
bro.
then they're gonna say like,
I don't.
McCarthy's still in concussion protocol.
Man, I
So they do
really,
with that's what they do
I
with CJ
really
Stroud.
don't know, and it's so weird, chemo, because like I thought, like after last year when Sam Darnold was starting, right,
Yeah.
and we saw him in like Kevin O'Connell's system, right, and we're like,
Yeah.
this is fire, right,
Yeah.
and then we have like JJ McCarthy come in. It's like, okay, well, any guy could kind of come in on a Kevin O'Connell system built for passing and be good.
Yeah.
Boy, were we wrong. God
Yeah.
damn, bro.
He's
Like,
not.
bro, I'm out here telling people, oh yeah, I would trade for Jay Jettis, I would trade for Addison, homie's dropping donuts in less than 7 points a game, 8 points a game, bro. It's tough.
It's tough out here, and it's like the schedule is so nice. So you're like, there's
This
there's
passing
no
schedule is
way.
so nice, bro.
You're like, bro, there's no way that it's not gonna be worth it. And the thing
Yeah.
is,
I
we
will say,
talked
except
about.
for this week against the Seahawks. So
Oh,
they're
they're playing the
sending Max
Seahawks.
Brosmer into the fire, right? But hey,
Yeah.
if the NFL has taught us anything, we could see Vikings go in there and smack the Seahawks. I mean, realistically, it probably doesn't happen, but I mean, shit, bro. We've seen weirder things.
Yeah, I doubt he goes in there and tears it up, but you never know. He's got good weapons, so
Yeah.
maybe he goes out there and does his thing. But yeah, against Seattle, in Seattle, in a tough matchup, and the divisions, that they're trying to catch up to the Rams. That's yeah, they're not gonna do very hot. But that's it for the news. Do you want to talk about CJ Stroud? He fully practiced Wednesday.
Did
He's
they
still in
did they make
concussion
him the
protocol.
starter? Oh, you're still in protocol.
I'm talking about CJ Stroud. Yeah,
Um,
he's still in protocol,
yeah,
but he full practice. Do you think they keep him out, or do you think that if he's healthy, it's you kind of have to answer that question that are we really benching him? That's your franchise quarterback. Davis Mills is getting them wins. Like that's a tough decision as a coach, right?
man, I'm trying to ask myself if I'm the coach. We're 6-5. We have a divisional game against the Colts, who are 2 games ahead.
You
I'm
said
probably going Mills.
that.
I'm probably going Mills. I'm
Bro,
going
but
Mills.
but how do you? The thing is you can't really just do that. You have to have. He's been in concussion protocol for 3 weeks. Like, bro, at this point, bro, is he okay?
Keeps getting
Like,
concussed at practice, bro. I don't know.
bro, yeah, they gotta pull something out. They gotta tell him, yo, bro, go tweak your ankle or something, bro. We need to list you out for some injury. He probably asking the players at practice, like, hey, bro, see if you can like really tackle him, like really like take him out. Like, bro, we need to have an excuse to not play this guy because as a
Yeah,
coach, you can't actually, if he clears concussion protocol and he's good to go, you can't just say like, we're benching him. It just would cause too much kind of chaos, I think. Um, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they end up doing this week. Especially with, like you said, divisional matchup. It's a huge game. They need a win. We'll see. It'll be interesting. But that does it. I don't think there's anything else, any other news that I can think of. So that'll do it for this episode. We're not doing starts and sits this week, guys. Go out there and eat food for Thanksgiving and enjoy the games. You guys can figure out who to start, who to sit. No bye weeks. Should be easy. Should be straightforward. But we'll see you guys next week on the Studs and Duds for week 13. And yeah, see you guys next time. Peace.